Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld. And so we have new lovers. We have Maymay and Jawbone. And if you guys remember, Jawbone's actually also in love with Dala. They have a child or a egg together. So our multiple partner relationships continue. So egg-wise, how many eggs do we have? We have 3 eggs. Dala, Abby, and Abby. 36, 59, and a year. So, whew, okay, we continue. Let's cancel this. I think we have this set to dig, and we're not digging that anytime soon, and having that little square there would probably drive me a little crazy. Have been working, our clan chieftain has the ability to change the style of things, so been updating the style on the recurve bows and the great bows, and we'll get these equipped on folks soon enough. Just build a fueled smithy here, and mostly it's just going to be for repairing weapons that are in the stockpile here. We were removing doors so that we could also dig up this freestanding soil underneath this guy. Prisoner-wise, these guys have been sleeping on the floor. We rebuilt the beds in the hospital to be the better version of the beds that we can make. Eventually, maybe we'll make them some beds. And we've also started putting some wall torches up in places. So getting rid of these protected fireplaces where it makes sense. The other thing is that, like, since we changed our ideological style, our new torch is just like a tribal torch looking thing. These stone protected fireplaces I think look pretty neat, so we'll see how long we can keep them around, if they can survive some temper tantrums and whatnot. And I think other stuff that we've done is we've replaced a lot of pillars with the tribal pillars. We're going to keep some of them, like these actually we'll probably replace, because I think next to the art, it'll just make sense for them to also have structure that is artistic. But these guys right here, I don't think there's any reason to replace them. I accidentally replaced that. And where else do we have old style pillars? Here in our ideological room. So yeah, like I said, I do want to have kind of like a mixture of the old and new. We are building some more like food storage. So we'll have the storage that's a higher priority for them to store food at, that's closer to our cooking areas. And we have little stockpiles right here for them to get started with. And then this will be lower priority, but we've reserved some space. So like these 4x4 areas, we'll be able to put in the coolers. Not the passive coolers, but there's a 4x4 cooler that will actually refrigerate the room from the Vanilla Factions Expanded Classical series. I'm not sure if we have not researched it yet, but we can research it. I think let's go ahead and do that. And we'll set them to research that. Otherwise, other stuff that's going on around the base, we're filling this in with dirt and just kind of like giving them more grazing area. Things are going all right up here. Oh my god, I think this is the most Woodmaker Dryads we've ever had. So I'm pretty stoked about that. We've deleted the grow zones here, so eventually all this stuff will die and fade away. And we're starting to do some aesthetic things for our bridges. So not a good example here, but over here we put down, we pretty much sandwich the wooden bridge with some stone. So it feels kind of like we're like reinforcing it, or the bridge is like has a stone frame and then just like they're walking across the wood piece. And then we're also gonna cover it. So we're putting some posts up, we're putting some fencing in we'll see how this looks. But we can put furniture, we can put some fence post torch lamps up as well. So although it'll be covered, which hopefully will keep it. I don't know. Why would I want to cover it? Like, I guess they're not walking in the rain when they walk across it, but they'll still be like walking in the rain in a lot of places. Maybe we don't cover it. Maybe we just do something like this instead. What if we do this in sandstone? So we have like some kind of like big connections on the end, and then do that. And so let's go ahead and like not cover it. Yeah. But it'll be a bridge with some like railing on it and stuff. So that is kind of what's happening right now. I think the other thing, like we still have some old style furniture. I don't think I want to like go intentionally change it, but if it gets deconstructed or has to be reconstructed after temper tantrums, then we'll deal with it then. We're also working on this barracks area. So a little larger, some amenities like tables in here. We'll put some decor in there as well, just so it's nicer. Like we do have some jade art that we've been making. Why don't we just go ahead and like plan for that to be in here now? Where do we want to put it? Kind of. I would rather have it maybe there. I think the like symmetry makes me happy, so I think that'll be good. And what we'll do is we'll start converting like a couple of these existing barrackses into single bedrooms, not single, but like double bedrooms, private bedrooms, for hopefully upcoming couples and whatnot. But I think we will put the cut in here, and we'll come back when progress has happened or something terrible has happened, as per usual. I completely forgot that we just had this person like randomly join us, Alligator. Now they turned out to be a traitor. It's been so long since I've dealt with traitors. And I do remember that she joined on just like a random join event. It wasn't from a ritual. It wasn't from her being a wild woman. That being said, like, Alligator, you're deep in our colony, and everyone is like right here. And I don't know how you ended up with a private bed. That was Khan's like old private bed. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunate, but I guess necessary. I think she was younger, right? I think she was like early 20s, so potentially she would have been able to like add some more genetic diversity to our colony, but not in this state. Traitors don't get buried in the anima tree. Traitors go to the Cove of Rotting over here, where we had a bunch of cave bears attack us previously. Up here, we made quick work of them. So, okay, we have completed temperature control. So we're going to put a couple of these large passive coolers in here. We also made some space for one in this area since we're storing meals in here. You might notice that our food reserves are pretty low, and that's because we have a caravan going, and they grabbed up a lot of our food. So we have all the muffalo out with them, and we're just emptying our stockpile out. Just like stuff that was at 50%, things that we're not going to use, of bows and whatnot. What else is going on? Added some more grow zones here just so we can actually start stockpiling some food in kind of like this reserve area. One, we need to replenish our stockpiles now. Two, like it's been 5 years in game, and I'm probably jinxing us. We haven't had like a toxic fallout. We haven't had a volcanic winter. So we definitely need to stockpile some food just in case we have any of those events. Mostly because we have such a huge colony, right? So like anything that disrupts our food, if animals were to disappear off the map, we would have a hard time. So we're doing a bit of hunting as well. We're hunting some of the bigger things right now. We might go ahead and start hunting some of the smaller things in a bit as well. But we just did some like early harvests here. The other thing that you might notice is we are starting to swap people out into togas. So we have some double strand togas that we've been able to make. We have a few in the stockpile that are ready. So I think what we can do is probably just like go into our outfits and maybe just like tick togas on for a couple more outfits. So I see that like some of our melee folks don't have togas right now. We can tick that on tribal wear, and we'll turn tribal wear off. And we've got new lovers. Dapper pursued Fredrickson. Interesting. Dapper, you are hunting cougars. Oh no, Fredrickson, you are a lot younger than I thought. I have the colonists arranged for like oldest to youngest, melee from left to right, and then youngest to oldest. And for some reason, I was thinking Fredrickson was a lot closer to Barenka's age, 50, than Dapper's age, which is 19. But it's like, really, it's Fordo, where it's kind of like a steep incline. Actually, why is Nitro there? So Nitro, and then Fredrickson, and then Abby. Okay, that's better. And then we have our children here, arranged from youngest to oldest. So, like, Rego will be ranged, so I will stick her right here. And she'll be the new youngest range. She'll also be the youngest this way as well. But if Rego were melee and Fen were, or Stingray were ranged, then I would stick Stingray here, even though Rego is older, since it goes youngest to oldest that way. Just kind of like trying to keep a block of like, if I want to grab a bunch of young folks, I know I can grab right there, and those folks are going to be younger than these folks and these folks, right? So we'll get these guys back over here. But yeah, okay, so Dapper, you're going to be assigned there, and I guess we'll turn this on for polygamy, and Fredrickson is reassigned to it immediately. We have a couple more. No, we just have one more open bed. Fordo and Con are, we move them into this one since it seems like the most private or exclusive, like the biggest ocean views. Well, I guess this one has the biggest ocean views, but it's a little bit more private, like further back set than these two. We have folks have moved into our barracks. Cam, Vol, Scorpion, Condor, Lima, Noob, Fordo, and Roxy are in there. And these barracks, this one is pretty full. Just one empty bed there. Just one empty bed there. Nitro is here. Oh, he's like little bachelor Nitro. We finished this bridge. We have started putting traps down. It only took me 5 years, but we're putting traps down on either side of the bridge. So the center, they can just like walk through just fine. What I've noticed is like when raiders come in, they might spread a little here, but they're going to favor one of these sides. Like they might favor the south side because the south side gets them like closer to getting into the base or whatever. So we've done that over here as well, and we will be doing the same thing up here. Just like 7 to start with. I'm not quite sure like how hungry these traps will be for rearming with wood. So I don't want to spend all of our wood on that, especially when we have a lot more dock to build. So I would like to get started on that once we get these bridges aesthetically wrapped up. And their first night together, Dapper and Fredrickson laid an egg. So 4 eggs. It's going to happen again, you guys. It's going to happen again, and it's going to be so much worse. Okay, we have a raid coming in. Oh my god, these raiders love riding these giant spiders. There are 24 of them. We are a little spread out. I was so panicked because we were wood chopping up here. So we have like a bunch of people up here, 5 of them. But we have everyone on the way. Thankfully, there are folks just like chilling around the base, and we do have a little like extra movement speed, right, from our advancement into tribal. So hopefully things are gonna be all right. Looks like they're mostly melee. We do have some like traps, so that's great. I redid the bridge. I didn't like the mixed fencing. Jawbone is like first melee to get here. We do have folks manning some of these machines already. Let's go ahead and grab you guys for there. And did I see someone can do combat command? Jawbone, you can do combat command. That's great. Okay, more folks coming in. I think a majority of us are going to be here before they get here, so that is great. They are beating on our wall a little bit, but that's fine. That wall is there to try and get them to like funnel in. And so you can see these guys are walking along this top row here. So I bet like this will mostly be ignored and the middle will mostly be ignored. Oh, you guys are here. Let's get more children on these things. Let's get the rest of you guys up to help. Okay. Oh, it's a pretty good spread on the traps. Better than I was thinking. Okay, Condor, go ahead and get in. You go ahead and get in, Lima. Let's get a good spread there. Okay, this guy coming in on a bear. Oh, the bear just like takes off. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm feeling great, but still just kind of like got junk from being sicky for so long. Let's go ahead and we will unforbid the things. Let's take a look here. 25. 20, 28, 8, or 28, 17, okay. Nice young female, anxious insomnia, that could be annoying. You are dead. You are 37, and you are 16, schizoid, has trouble expressing themselves until it becomes all too much severe, whereafter they will have an utter meltdown. We already have astrology. We don't need extra meltdowns. Prude, slothful, idealist. You might not like our multi-spousing ways here. Chemical fascination. No, you are going to have mental breaks because of that. Insomniac, nimble, pretty. And 25, Rovald, you might have found yourself a new home. You're great at medical and intellectual. Oh, missing an eye. That's not a big problem. Dead in 2 hours. Roxy, did we send Roxy on the caravan? We might have. So I think, who's our next best doctor? Bach. Promotion. Primary physician today. Go ahead and strip and then tend without medicine and then capture. Oh, you're unwavering. Okay, it looks like no one is coming to join us today, so that's fine. These guys should be home here in a little bit. We bought a lot of skill trainers. Just like pretty much we sold everything and traded it for skill trainers. We also got the tech print for the town charter. So that's the second fragment that we need. And then we won't have to worry about finding tech prints for that anymore, even though it'll be a while until we actually built the town charter and do that like Endgame. Started planning out some more of the dock down here, realizing we're probably going to need a couple more barracks, right? Especially if we want to try and get all these converted to like private rooms. So plan for those barracks is to be built off of this bridge. So we're connecting that to kind of like the main complex, connecting like this whole area up eventually, I guess. Not too worried about this space. That'll be more crafting, like some kind of crafting room at some point. But we'll probably like kind of beeline bridges to get to private bedrooms. So it'll look a little wonky, but that's the plan for now. I think that puts us probably at the end for today. The other thing that I just wanted to point out, we are kind of like digging up all this soil and sand here. We're going to start building out the rest of this structure. It's supposed to be kind of like, our town hall of sorts. And we don't need the space for farming anymore, so why not go ahead and just like prep the land and see what we can transform this into. I want to have a hospital close to where we're doing combat. So I'm wondering if maybe we put like the hospital here and figure out like egg storage. I guess it would kind of make sense to have like the eggs stored in the place where we're treating sick people and stuff too. I'll think about it. I'll figure out how we kind of want to redo this to have like a centrally located hospital. Eventually an area for a throne room. I know that we don't need this much space for the eggs. That being said, we'll see. We'll see how much space we end up needing, considering everyone's getting into relationships. So, but those are the current plans that I have for progress on getting our town finished. Thanks for hanging out, you guys, as always. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.